Certified True TV, back in full effect. We got to see what's going on, man. It's been a long time coming. Niggas been waiting for me to hit the microphone. Subscribe to the channel, Certified True TV. Niggas is mad out here. Niggas is so mad out here, bro. It's wild. But I'ma just be me. Every day. I'm never gonna stop being me. Certified True TV. What's wrong with niggas, man? See, I don't understand these niggas. I actually don't even understand these women. But it's okay, though. Because time always tells the truth. And the truth can never be considered disrespectful. Certified True TV. Certified True TV.
I'm about to be on some real murder shit, I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong, owes me money, or ever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead. You understand what the fuck I'm saying?
Let's go. Welcome. Let's talk about the situation. Subscribe to the channel, Certified True TV. So, I've been away for a bit. I'm back now. So we're going to talk about this story here. So, video shows University of Idaho students with mysterious men hours before murders. Check this out. So this is the video here. So they're saying this guy here is the mysterious man. Right? They're saying this guy here is the mysterious man behind these two ladies here. So it says it shows the two ladies here in the circles. Then you got the so-called mysterious man behind them. All right, so that's that. I mean, this is wild. This story is completely wild. So let me go through it. I'm going to read as much as I can. So, newly surfaced video shows a mysterious man lingering near two of the slain University of Idaho students hours before they were killed in what cops described as a targeted murder. Madison Mogen and Kaylee Goncalves appear to be captured in a Twitch live stream shot outside a food truck in Moscow. No, this is not Russia. This is up there in Idaho. Shortly before they were found fatally stabbed at an off-campus house Sunday. Authorities said they are looking to speak with other people in the video, which shows a man walking with the two women and hovering nearby as they chat with each other and check a cell phone. They're in the process of identifying the other people who were there and what sort of contact did they have? The food truck video posted to Twitter by KHQ TV reporter John Webb shows two of the victims apparently waiting for late night eats on a crowded street. The grainy footage shows the unidentified man waiting a few feet away while the two women chat and check the phone. Check the phone. Okay, so we have that there. And it says when they move to the other side of the truck, he follows them and stops next to them, but it's not clear if they speak with him at any point. The footage was apparently shot just before Morgan 21, Goncalves 2021 were stabbed to death in an off-campus house alongside 20-year-old Ethan Chapin and 20-year-old, I think that's Xana Kernodle. The killers or killers or their killer or killers were still on the loose Wednesday, although cops have said there was an there was no imminent threat to the community. Thompson said he understood that the statement could seem to contradict the little information so far released in the slings. It says obviously there is no way police can say that there is no risk, but they are seeing what's that? Yeah, they're seeing indications there's not a risk that this person will randomly attack people. Yeah, okay. I don't think they're going to foreclose the possibility that it could be one or more people. But right now, they don't know who is responsible. Authorities have said the murders appeared to be targeted and were done with an edged weapon, likely a knife that has yet to be located. Police are trying to piece together a timeline of the activities leading up to the killings. Goncalves had posted an Instagram message hours before her death with photos of her friends, or sorry, photos, of her friend, of her and friends, including Chaplin, Kernodle, and Mogen. I apologize. And there's the two ladies here. Rest in peace to these two ladies. And then it says one lucky girl to be. So this is what she wrote. One lucky girl to be surrounded by these people. She wrote. The four students were found dead Sunday afternoon in a bloody scene. The law enforcement's sources told the DailyMail.com was the worst they've ever seen. Pretty sick. But do they care? No, not really. Do they want to care? No, not really. So let me get to. There was some more information here, so let me get to that. Right here, there's the information. This is probably one of the most horrific stories I've ever read. Guaranteed. Four University of Idaho students were left to bleed out in brutal targeted stabbing attack. Blood is seen oozing through walls of home, as cops call the scene the worst we've ever seen. Yes, and this is the worst I've ever read. Sources in Moscow, Idaho say the house where four students were brutally murdered Sunday was the worst they've ever seen. There was so much blood that it oozed through the walls of the three-story house near the University of Idaho campus. We have investigators who have been on the job for 20, even 30 years, and they say they have never seen anything like this. I've already said we're at war, man. I don't know why. I've already said we are at war, man. This is a serious psychological warfare. This is a serious spiritual warfare, in my humble opinion. Police are now trawling through the contents of trash cans near the scene, looking for the edge weapon the killer used. No arrests have been made in the crime that took the lives of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Morgan, and Kaylee Goncalves. Ethan's mother said it is an unspeakable tragedy and the pain is excruciating. While Kaylee's family said she didn't hold back on love, fights, or life. This is probably one of the most craziest stories, and this is a viral story. Now, this is pretty sick. This is graphic. You can see right here, blood literally oozing through the walls. Man, you got to be safe out here, man. You got to put the cell phone down. You got to put the cell phone down and know your surroundings, man. You got to be very careful, man. There's investigators going through the garbage here. Like here we go again. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit over and over again. Now, this is the house here, so we want to do a reaction video to this. You know, it's the same shit over and over and over again. You know, when are people going to wake up and realize? When they're going to wake up and realize what is really going on? Really going on. So, when are they going to wake up and understand what is really going on? Can you guys hear that? No, I don't. I don't think there's any audio. I think it's just. So this is the house here. Pretty crazy stuff, right? They got it all cautioned off. And by the way, last night I seen another spot that was cautioned off. Like, man, the murders are crazy, man. The murders are literally crazy in this country. People are just losing it, snapping, in my humble opinion. You know, but this is the scene. Yo, man, it's wild, bro. It's literally wild, bro. You guys can see me and hear me? Let me take this person out. Bye, 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 bye. Don't come back. Okay, let's keep going. So, yeah, man, you know, man, this is just another tragic situation. I think it's pretty crazy. There's that water tower that says with a big eye. I mean, Christ, man, like 4 murders in one house. It's one of the most sickest things in this country, man. One of the most sickest things in this country. Right? They have to follow the garbage truck. Look at that. Yo, man. One of the most sickest things in this country. Let me get you. Oh, let me get you to that video. I'm gonna do a reaction video to this. So. Yo, this is probably one of the most sickest things, man. All right, so Good Morning America, they covered it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. There's so much video here, so I'm gonna go with this one.
These are things that affect not just town, but the university, the students, lends everybody to a sense of insecurity about what's going on here and why. And it's a very tragic and sad situation all around.
A community stunned and in mourning after
It's crazy, man.
University of Idaho. Good evening and thank you for joining us for Creme to News at 6 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Woody Ward. We are bringing you team coverage tonight. Amanda Rowley talked with the mayor of Moscow and the university's dean of students. Kyle Simchuk is on campus where a memorial has been set up for those victims.
Today, the University of Idaho identified the 4 victims. They are 20-year-old Ethan Chapin from Conway, Washington, 21-year-old Madison Mogen from Coeur d'Alene, 20-year-old Xana Kernodle from Post Falls, Idaho, and 21-year-old Kaylee Goncalves from Rathdrum, Idaho. Our Amanda Rowley is live at the scene. We have seen police activity all day long. She also spoke with the mayor of Moscow just hours ago.
So, Amanda, what have we learned so far in this investigation?
Well, this has been a very active crime scene here, just steps away from the University of Idaho campus. Developments have come out at least every hour this afternoon, but right now we do know that Moscow police are remaining on scene tonight. We have an officer patrol car at the scene of the home of the 4 University of Idaho students, and police tape is still up. But here's what we know so far about what happened. Moscow police responded to King Road for a call about an unconscious person Sunday afternoon. When police arrived, they found the 4 deceased students inside the home. This morning, the city of Moscow and University of Idaho identified all 4 U of I students. Freshman Ethan Chapin of Conway, Washington, was a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity. Xana Kernodle, a junior from Post Falls, was a member of the Pi Beta Phi sorority. Madison Mogen was a senior from Coeur d'Alene, and Kaylee Goncalves was a senior from Rathdrum.
This is a pretty traumatic situation for our campus community.
Dean of Students Blaine Eccles says news of the suspected homicide shocked the Vandal community.
This is rocking their world. Many of them come from small communities where things like this never happen.
He says drop-in counseling is available to students at any time. He recognizes that many students have already returned home early for the upcoming holiday.
People need to navigate through this situation in the way that best suits them. If students need to go home, be closer with their families, want to return home, I support them in doing that. We're going to support them in doing that.
Support for U of I goes beyond the university campus. Businesses throughout the city of Moscow are offering prayers and thoughts for the Vandal community. And because Moscow is a tight-knit community with a strong relationship with the university, this response isn't a surprise to Mayor Art Bedich.
I feel very badly for them, and not just for the victims, but everybody else who's a friend and associate with those people.
He told me he was shocked by the news about what he's calling a senseless act of violence.
This is stuff that shouldn't happen, especially in a small, quiet town like Moscow is, where we're heavily involved with the university. And these are things that affect not just town, but the university, the students. It lends everybody to a sense of insecurity about what's going on here and why. And it's a very tragic and sad situation all around.
It's crazy, man.
Now, the cause of death for these 4 students has not yet been released by the Latah County coroner, but we do know their families have been notified. Tonight, Moscow police telling the community again there is no active threat to the public, and tonight, no suspects are in custody. Amanda Rowley, Crime 2 News.
Thank you very much.
It's probably some beta male, guaranteed.
We're learning more about who these victims are.
Our Janelle Finch spoke with a family.
Bro, it's probably some beta male that was that. Bro, that's what I'm. Okay, so my thoughts are, I think it was a beta male, bro. I think it was a dude that seen these young women or whatever, and he just lost it, man. I really believe that, because you know what I mean. I just went through the video, so you know the video shows that. But let me go to some. I'm gonna move around a bit. Let me go to some World Star video. The ones that I can play. Let's see. So hold up. United States officials say the blast in Poland may been caused by a stray missile fired by Ukraine. Right, but there's Nazis in Ukraine. Nobody mentions about that. She was on one. Chick gets all the way turned throwing ass in front of mom at a concert, and her mom's reaction is priceless. Cloud chasing gone wrong. Man dancing on top of a moving 18-wheeler gets slammed into a bridge. Dies later in hospital. The switch up is crazy. The switch up is crazy. She did all of that talking at the very beginning and then changed up and say this. When flexing goes wrong, this video I can play. I already watched it. When flexing goes wrong, chick tried to show off in her daddy's $250,000 Ferrari for 458 when this happened. 458. Flexing gone wrong. That's no surprise. That's no surprise. right.
Secret Quick Miss gets to work on your cravings in just 60 seconds.
Yeah, stop recording. Stop recording my mistakes because I'm perfect. No, I don't think so. You're on the other end. You're on the other end of the spectrum of perfect. Let's see what else we got. Caught in 4K. Couple gets caught on camera grabbing a woman's purse from a restaurant in Brooklyn, New York. Can't make it up, man. They do it right on camera. They do the robberies right on camera. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, that's sick. Oh, we got an ad. We got another ad. They do the robberies right on camera. Because they don't give a shit about nobody else. Just sitting around trying to look for a sucker. Yo. Yo, they would literally do this, but let's get to some of the app stuff. I'm gonna move around just a bit. As news comes out, I'm gonna move around.
This woman on Earth, you could do anything you wanted, and you chose work. Every day I get closer to an unattainable goal. A one-woman lifestyle brand forever! Well, I just used a dark web account to hack Goldman Sachs, remove trillions of dollars, and purchase everything your company offers. Congratulations, you're officially the most successful businesswoman on Earth. Fortune fulfilled. And now I'm emptying your bank accounts and giving the money back to Goldman Sachs, because I sit dead center on the alignment chart. You son of a bitch! How does it feel to achieve your dreams? Empty, right? Like when DiCaprio...
How does it feel? Huh? How does it feel, ladies? Does it feel good? How does it feel?
Hi, Willie.
Now, this should be fun.
Did y'all know Willie went to get his teeth fixed today?
Willie?
Let's see if I can get in.
Oh, Willie.
Oh no, are you the YouTube guy?
Coming to you live from the radio station.
What do you want, certified truth?
Ma'am, you were on this app when I went out and came back. Why are you still on this app?
What do you mean? Why does that matter?
She said, why does that
Guys,
matter? What?
Guys, this is what these kind of women do. They just sit and don't do nothing. And they do it every day. Every day.
I'm not off every
But
day.
they're gonna tell you how things are supposed to go. So go ahead, ma'am.
I'm gonna
Talk.
tell you right now.
Go ahead, ma'am. Talk.
You're coming in here judging stuff you don't
Go ahead,
know.
ma'am. Talk.
I haven't been on the app for days.
Go ahead, ma'am. Talk.
You
Go
don't have
ahead.
a flavor.
Coming in with who does this all day, every day. Who's that? Get him, Wally. Get him.
This is the most educated group of women on the planet. Ma'am, you have kids, right? You have kids? Where's your baby daddy? Where's he at?
Does that make me uneducated?
Where's your baby daddy? Where's he at?
Oh, damn. We got another judger in here.
See?
He says, let me come on here and make
Like,
your
bro,
life.
it's sick. I don't know how they do it, bro.
That's weird.
Bro, look at this house. I mean, she does got a PlayStation 5, but that's dope. Like, she got a PlayStation 5 here. You know? It's crazy, bro. They do this shit every day, man. Every day. Every day. They do this shit every day. Oh my God, why is he here? He's a YouTube guy? And I'll say it again, man. I'm not even gonna say it because people already know. It's just wasting my time. Just wasting my time. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just not even gonna bother. You know, it's just like shit, man. You just don't. This is why people keep asking me to come back. They're like, yo, man, come back and do some of the shit, bro. I'm like, okay, give me a second. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so am I new? Yeah, okay, this is new. Let's go with this system. You know, it's just like, my God, bro, this is what it is. This woman's not even on camera, but look, she's not even on camera. Bro, look. Yo, that's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? The app is supposed to they're on the app, they're just wasting time. They're not even really doing anything. That's the funny thing about it. They're just wasting time. Here's another black screen. Oh, here we go.
You don't even know what that means yet, but
What's going on, man?
what's good? Chilling. You see it.
How old are you?
26. How are you?
I'm 34. You're 26. You have kids?
Yeah.
You have kids?
Sure. I sure do.
Oh, okay, let's see the ring.
You see a rock? I don't see no rock.
How long you been married?
I'm not married.
So you have the kid, but you're not a wife? Please don't make this make sense.
Make it make sense, because I've been trying to make sense of it for a minute now. Right. Make it make sense. But I wouldn't want to get married to somebody who has such bad commitment issues anyway.
Man, why didn't your child's father make you his wife? He made you pregnant, but he didn't make you his wife. So why didn't he make you his wife?
2 times.
Okay, he got you pregnant two times, but he didn't make you his wife. Why?
Why? I don't know. I've asked the same question. But to be honest, I don't think I ever want to get married. We were talking about this earlier. I don't think I ever do want to get married anyway.
So why? So why have the kids though? Because now you're a broken home. So I don't understand it.
I don't give a fuck if we're a broken home or not. I mean, I guess if that makes it a broken home, I don't think it does.
I guess if that makes it a broken home.
We're happy. Shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. My kids are happy. I'm happy.
Right. And you're on a dating app. Right. Bro, it's so much gaslighting, bro.
I don't ever want to get married anyway, I don't think. It's just, that's way too many more problems.
Yeah, right.
My boy just wanted to get on here and goddamn, he just wanted to motherfucking hate on me, huh?
Yeah, okay. I don't hate on women that I don't fuck. It's just that simple.
Is it? Yeah, he left. I don't know why. He didn't want to finish the conversation he done started, huh? Restart what? What are we restarting?
Bro, this is why I can't keep doing this, bro. They're too much. They're illogical, bro. It's like nonsensical, illogical.
What are we restarting? Restart the box. Now, don't come back in the box if you're going to hate on Chloe. It's not hate on Chloe Day.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is how they live every day. What's up, Primo? Huh, Primo's in the building. See?
Tell him, Seth. It's not hate on Chloe Day. No, I'm just fucking with you. I don't know how to restart the box. Let me see.
Oh, man.
Your boyfriend left you, huh?
No, my boyfriend ain't leave me. I left him.
Bro, I don't know. Man.
He said that I'm not going.
All right, I'm moving on, bro. I'm not waiting around for this chick. I've already figured it.
Mistaken. He's the one that's.
Yeah, I'm moving on. See, fellas, if you go think about it, imagine taking her on a date. You would waste so much money. You would waste so much time because she would still talk like this on a date. You know what I mean? Like,
How are you, Tyler?
it's crazy.
I'm good. Good. So I have to talk to you today.
It's
I want to forward get a shot.
well, we found Opie.
I want to get a booster shot for my stomach.
A shot. Okay.
For the white level. It's for the white level seals.
Is your coworker Opie. He is a burden of the state, deemed unfit for mainstream society. He is your superior.
Okay. Awesome. What is one thing you're grateful for today? And you guys gotta give me something good, like
Turkey and dressing and ham.
you're grateful for. Yes. It's called hello, how are you?
Yo, this is funny shit, man. What's going on, man?
Not much. I think I've had you. You came to my stream before. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. No, you didn't have me. I did not have sex with you.
No, okay. What's going on?
Nothing much. How old are you?
Should never ask a woman's age.
How old are you, man?
How old are you?
How do I know if you're really a woman, though?
I don't know. I guess I would have to like show you stuff, but the age doesn't matter.
No, I mean, the age does matter because there's a thing called acting your age. So right now you're not really acting your age. So how old are you? How old are you? That's what I mean. Living delusion every day. Every day.
How are you?
Every day. It's like, yo, how old are you? How old are you? No, man. I'm not playing. I don't play games, man. This is why the men are saying, fuck this shit. Men don't do this. It doesn't listen, man. It doesn't matter. If you ask certain questions, they're not going to answer it. They're not going to answer it. I'm just doing it just because it's fun. It's fun to ask these ladies questions that they can't answer. But yet they say that, hey, we're the most educated group of women on the planet.
I'm telling you this so all your followers can follow along as well. Nobody's perfect. We all got problems. We all got trauma.
No, they're perfect.
We all have obsessions. We're all sinners regardless. But what matters is that you keep going, you love yourself, you grind, and what we do is the saying in the Marine Corps, you pay your dues daily. You pay your dues daily basically means do some push-ups, do some play squats, some burpees, eat some good food, smoke some good weed, have some good sex. If you can find stud.
Yo, this
And
shit's
bro,
funny.
go to the range if you can and get into like physical sports. Snap out of it. Buddha also says, a river flows and is always alive. When it becomes still, it rottens. You get me? So don't stay still. You got that energy, girl. So yesterday I reached out to homie from the army and we talked.
What's going on, man?
Hey, 1 second.
Right.
Hands, jump in the box.
Hey, 1 second. Man, you're just fake. Niggas can see the fakeness. You think, man, listen, do you think, I don't know why women of today think men want to deal with fake women. I don't understand it. Primo said, this chick gives 0 fucks what this Marine dude is talking about. That's what I'm saying. Listen, man, my objective coming on this thing was to talk to women that are mature, that actually want to get a man. But clearly, the app is just wasting their lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want a man, bro. And that's cool. There was something else that I wanted to say. There was Generation X is the highest mentally ill diagnosed group on the planet. Generation X. I'm a millennial, so you know I don't really care. Like I might have to play that audio It's by Matt Walsh. He was saying that. But Generation X is the most. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, hold on. I'm still a little bit. Generation X is the most mentally ill. Oh man, hold on. X. Yo, as soon as you put Generation X in Google and you put mental health. Okay, here's some information here. Okay, hold on, let me pull it up. So hey, it's not me. It's not you. It's the generation. There it is right there for the whole world to see. Okay, I'm going to make a bigger screen here. See? And Generation X, the use of mental health care services decreased 16%, while receipt of psychotropic medications without mental health care treatment increased by 34%. The suggestion that individuals in generation receive more psychotropic medication but less psychiatric mental health services is disturbing. It's right there in your face. It's right here. Guys, this is why they can't talk to nobody. You see how I could come in there, ask questions, and they can't talk to no one? That's their generation. They don't know how to talk to no one. So that's why bro, this is the generation that they're raised on their cell phones. It's so crazy, right? Right. The delivery of mental health services in the United States is undergoing substantial changes as a result of mental health parity laws and increases in the number of insured individuals resulting from the Affordable Care Act. More people should be able to afford mental health care. Okay, hold on. Health service by 3 different generational cohorts over a 5-year period. In particular, these investigators were interested in changes in mental health care utilization during the period 2008 through 2013. In the silent generation, those born between 1925 and 1945, baby boomers 1946 through 1964, and Generation X 1965 through 1980. Did I say? No, I think it's Gen Z. No, it's not generation. I think it's Gen Z. Either way, man, the information is there. I think it's Gen Z, Generation Z. Okay, I think that's what it was. It says they're smashing the stigma. Hold on, I'm gonna have to find this audio. Give me a second. I'm gonna find the audio. This is Spotify. And they're trying to change genders too. There's a new thing called trigender. Trigender is non-binary, identifying as a male and identifying as a female. That's literally what they're saying. Yeah. Okay, sorry. It was Generation Z mental health epidemic. So yeah, my bad. I'm gonna play the audio while we hold on, let me get to it.
Other conditions reported include epidemic trying to murder the elderly, but that edge disappears in the 30 to 44 demographic, where Democrats had a slight edge. It's almost 50-50 though. And then there is Gen Z, which Democrats won by nearly 30 points.
There we go.
If the exit poll data is any indication, nearly twice as many in the 18 to 29 group voted Democrat as voted Republican. So that's Gen Z and like the first part of the later parts of the millennial generation as well. It's no surprise to learn then that Gen Z is extremely mentally ill.
Yeah.
At least according to the latest study, which we get this from the Christian Post that has the report. Nearly 70% of Generation Z, people born between 1997 and 2012, say their mental health was adversely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, with 42% of adult members of the cohort reporting that they have been diagnosed with a mental health condition, and many of them say They're worried about the future. A new study from the data management firm Harmony Healthcare IT shows. The study, which is based on a survey of 1,055 Gen Z members from the ages of 18 to 24 in September, included 47% men, 45% women, 6% who identify as non-binary, and 2% trans-identified individuals. According to the report, some 57% of Gen Z adults struggle with their mental health and reported taking medication to alleviate their condition and paid an average of $44 monthly. The most frequently cited conditions were anxiety and depression, which were reported by 90% and 78% of respondents, respectively. Other conditions reported include ADHD, 27%, PTSD, 20%, OCD, 17%, eating disorders, 14%, and insomnia, 12%. Less than 10% reported more diagnoses of bipolar disorder, addiction, and substance abuse.
Yeah, I heard about
borderline
that.
Personality
I heard
disorder.
about that.
While only 1 in 5 reported going to therapy for their mental health and spending an average of $149 monthly to do so, 87% of them found it helpful. Okay, so nearly half of an entire generation now qualify as mentally ill, according to their diagnosis. When you break it down, the numbers seem to become even more troubling. 20% of that group allegedly have been diagnosed with PTSD. Nearly 20% with OCD, 14% with an eating disorder. I mean, these are staggering figures. And however we make sense of it all, it's clear that something is very wrong here.
That's all I'm saying, man. All right. So they can make up shit. They can try to say all this stuff on a dating app, but they're just living a lie every day. So it's like, okay, cool. Primo said the government is pushing assisted death for people with mental illness. It's very wrong to do that. It's called MADS. Yeah, I heard about that. Bro, it's crazy. I'm going to say this, man. You and I have a lot to live for. Listen, man, at the end of the day, people are going to have haters, man, at the end of the day. Everybody's going to have a hater, bro. So that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're going to have people that just don't like you. You accept it and you move on. But to use that as a reason why, hey, I can't do this or I can't do that. No, man, we're not doing that. You guys have a lot to live for. I have a lot to live for. And we're going to live the lives that we want to live. See, these people, they don't live the lives they want to live. They want to live the life of somebody else. They want to live the life of Taylor Swift. You know, young women were crying because they couldn't get Taylor Swift tickets. Literally crying. Hold on, let me see if I can find you that. Literally crying. Who's my favorite rapper? I like 50 Cent, right? So 50 Cent is coming to Ontario and I couldn't get a ticket. Am I going to cry? And I'll be like, shit, I can't get a ticket. See, that's the first thing. That's the third thing that pop up. Taylor Swift tickets. Look at this. Look, bro, man. This is why I say I took a break, bro. Look.
I'm gonna try not to get upset because, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But I did everything right. I was a verified fan. I had a boost. I got in on like 9:20. I put in my credit card information ahead of time, so all I had.
Oh, what happened?
Ticketmaster owes me an apology because I'm gonna try not to get upset because, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But I did everything right. I was a verified fan. I had a boost. I got in on like 9:20. I put in my credit card information ahead of time, so all I had to do was just get online and then go through and get tickets. I got on my computer at 9:20
Yeah, it was
morning,
good.
got online at 9:30, moved through the queue, only for it to stop about 40% of the way through at 10:30, and then I waited for the next. Basically, all in all, this was a 5-hour process, but like 4 of those hours were me sitting there waiting for this stupid thing. Maybe 3.5, where it spent me sitting there just watching this stupid queue not move, and I didn't refresh it because everybody told me not to refresh. To finally get through at like 2:10, 2:20-ish, and spent a half hour clicking through every possible ticket available, only for it to say, sorry, this one's taken.
I can't get tickets.
And just clicking through every possible
Oh
ticket.
my God.
Oh God. It's available. Again, like, not a big deal. People have, like, bigger problems. But, like, you shouldn't have to wait for 5 hours and then not get anything.
Oh my God.
Not even, like, actual nosebleeds. Seriously? This is so embarrassing getting, like, actually this upset over Taylor Swift tickets, and I feel, like, embarrassed, but I'm mostly just sharing this because I want to know if anybody else had the same thing, because everybody I see seems to have gotten tickets, but, like, I didn't get anything, so if you were in the same boat, it'd be nice to know that I'm not alone. I've been a fan since Speak Now. I've only ever gotten to go to the Red Tour because my family circumstances were rough, so I've had to sit by and miss 1989 and miss Reputation, and I would have adored to go to Reputation for my favorite album. So missing another one will suck if I can't get these tickets. I mean, I know there's general, I know there's resale, whatever, but my mom has not been able to get me tickets since Red, and she's been so sad every time there's been a tour that she hasn't been able to take me to. This is the first one she could afford to take me to in such a long time. She gave me her card to be able to use, and she can't take me this time because I couldn't get them. It would have meant, like, so much to her to be able to take me, and so I feel really sad for that, too. So, yeah, super embarrassing to be crying like this, but, like, if anybody else is in the same boat, let me know. Ticketmaster owes me an apology because...
Back to what he was saying. Is it going to play? Let's see.
To put it mildly. So how do we make sense of it? Well, to that end, I'll make 3 points. There are a lot more than 3 points worth making here, but these are the 3 things that I'd like to focus on right now. First, mental illness is a real thing. There are legitimate mental illnesses that people suffer from. But the only way you end up with half of a generation diagnosed mentally ill is if the definition of mental illness has been steadily expanded so as to include everyone, or as close to everyone as they can get. As I've warned for years, the so-called mental health industry has a vested interest, an obvious financial interest to the tune of many billions of dollars.
Yo, man, it all boils down to money, guys.
It looks good on you.
It all boils down to money.
You too. See there.
What's going on?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I mean, are you trying to be a man or something? Like, I see you have glasses on and a mustache. Like, are you trying to change your gender?
No, not at all.
All right. Do you live in reality or do you live in fantasy?
I like a little bit of both.
What part of fantasy do you live in?
All of it. Any of it.
Right.
Your questions are very, very unique.
Well, ma'am, you're not even paying attention. You're at work, right?
I am at work, so
yeah, because your job is your man. Your job is your man.
My job is my man.
Yeah, your job is your man, for sure.
Okay.
Why don't you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
Oh, I did that already. I'm not doing that anymore.
And so what happened?
I did 10 years? Not 10 years. 3 years of that.
She doesn't even know the fucking years.
Back to the workforce I go.
She doesn't even know the years.
And it's time for me to get back out there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's challenging being a stay-at-home wife.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, this is Primo, man. This is crazy, bro. They sound like this, man. I haven't even been on this thing for at least 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, maybe I come back. Maybe they sound a little bit like intelligent. Bro, there's no intelligence. It's non-intelligent. None. There's nothing intelligent.
She's a good benefit for 7 months.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Nothing. Why'd you pause?
Yeah, because I'm just ready for what you got to offer. Come on.
You're ready for what I got to offer? Man, what I got to offer, you couldn't handle it.
All right.
Well, you couldn't.
Okay.
How old are you, man?
The age that my, bio says.
Well, I'm asking you directly. How old are you?
The ace in my bio says I'm answering indirectly.
Man, what's more important to you, your beauty or your brains?
Me never talking to you again.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He thought he was gonna come in here, spit some truth.
I was trying to kick him, but I was this might be.
This shit is sick, man. This shit is sick. No, I'm not. No. I'm not coming back tomorrow. I might not be here tomorrow. I live my life to the fullest every day.
I am 23.
I
was thinking along the lines of no TV and no beer make Homer something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do.
Ma'am, you're literally crazy. Could you imagine? Simple question they can't answer. Isn't that crazy? What's more important to you, beauty or bronze? You not coming back here. Ma'am, you can't do nothing to me in real life, so I don't understand this.
So you let me eat it or what? If I like go Seattle?
You guys, he's trying to eat some ass. Somebody help this
What's going on, ma'am?
I don't know. I'm trying to get this guy some ass to eat.
Ma'am, can you show your face? You're perfect, so let's see perfection.
You can stick around and perfection will come around sometime.
Ma'am, can you show your face? We want to see perfection, so show your face.
Okay, you're doing too much.
No, I'm not, but I'm gonna do so much. You know what I mean? Immature. Immaturity is their personality. Ooh, I like that. Immaturity is their personality, literally. That's why they can only talk to boys. They don't talk to men. You see how it works, guys? They can only talk to men. They can only talk to boys because immaturity is their personality. You can't talk to a man. A real man, they can't talk to a real man. They can't talk to a real man. That's what I realized anyway. I realized that a long time ago. I realized that a long time ago. They can't talk to a real man. They can only talk to boys. Oh, my spelling's way off today. Is it giving let me in? What's going on, man? So what's up?
You got a whole cool setup there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a podcast. I'm on my own podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, let me hold on a sec. I gotta block this troll. Actually, Primo, you can block that troll that came in there. So what's up?
Nothing. I'm just chilling.
How old are you?
I am 22.
22. Do you want to date right now, or do you want to just focus on yourself?
I just got out of the situationship, so if it happens, it happens. But I'm not like trying to rush into anything.
So how did your relationship break down? What happened?
Well, it was a situationship. It wasn't even a real relationship. It just was something that happened and ended.
You said something that happened and it ended?
Yeah, it was just something that happened, and then we just kind of fell off. There's nothing like happened.
Okay, so you're 22. You don't have any kids.
Nope.
You just got out of a relationship. How long were you guys together?
Like 4 or 5 months.
Okay. How did you guys meet?
We actually met at a bar in my city called Federal.
When he first met you, did you go home with him the first night?
I did not.
But you exchanged phone numbers?
Yes.
Okay. So did you end it or did he end it?
It was mutual. It wasn't either one of us. We just kind of stopped talking. It wasn't like a relationship. It was just like a situationship.
So you guys would just hang out every now and then like hook up or whatever, and then you would go your way, he'd go his way type of thing?
Yeah.
So what are the results of that?
What are the results of that? I am single.
Right. Would you use this method moving forward? What you just did? Would you just do the same thing, or are you trying to like do something different?
Something different.
That's good. You think a lot of women today want a relationship with a man?
I don't know. See, my view on how men view things is, I don't know. The dudes my age don't want nothing but like hookups is how I see it. Not a lot of them are looking for actual real relationships, but
You said a lot of men are looking for real relationship?
the ones my age aren't.
Right.
They're just into the, I call it hookup culture, but a lot of them aren't looking for relationships right now. That's how I view it.
Well, I would say men, a man wants a woman that's a value to, like an asset to him. Like a man doesn't want to have to argue with you about every little thing. Like it's okay to disagree to agree to disagree, but he doesn't want to have to argue with you about just minor shit. He doesn't want to have to do it. Are you able to follow a man? Can a man lead you?
Am I able to follow and have a lead? Yeah, I'm not an argumentative person. I'm easy to get along with. I don't argue like that. I'm a lover. I like to say I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a lover, but yeah, I listen to people.
Because there's women out here that they don't want to lead, like they don't want to follow under a man. They don't want a man to lead them. They want to lead the man. And it won't work. Clearly it won't work.
Yeah. I mean, I think girls are entitled to feel however they want to feel about it, but I think we should be mutual. I don't think one should be leading the other, but
Really?
it should be like something you both work towards.
Well, ma'am, okay, so here, hypothetically speaking, right? Me and you are in a relationship. You're leading me. Is that something that you'd be cool with? Like we're in a relationship and you're leading me. So your every move, I'm gonna basically follow behind. You're the masculine figure in the relationship. Not me. I'm definitely never gonna be like that, like the feminine role. But we'll go with it. The man that you're dating, he's a feminine. He's feminine. He's not a man. He's feminine.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying that dudes should follow everything a woman says, but like I feel like it should be mutual. Like you shouldn't just rely on the man, and man shouldn't just rely on the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Why shouldn't you just rely on the man? In your opinion?
Because that's all one-sided. Dudes shouldn't have to do everything in a relationship. It should be equally mutual.
So everything is mutual. So if you go on a date with a guy, so you're gonna pay half the bill and he's gonna pay half the bill?
That's how I view it.
So
it's gonna get one that like he can pay for one meal and I'll pay for one meal. So it's equal. So it's not all on one person.
How many dates is it gonna take for a man to, get them draws?
To get in my draws?
Yeah, you.
I think it depends on the person, honestly. I'm not into hookups, so I'm not like a one-night stand person. I don't know, honestly. It depends on the person, depends on the vibe of how it is.
So what? 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, 4 dates? Like what is it?
I would say like 4 or 5.
Okay. 4 or 5 dates, okay. But like the question now becomes, are you a wife? Do you want to be a man's wife?
I do eventually, yeah.
What do you mean eventually? Like what are you focusing your sights on right now?
Right now, I'm working on myself, my job, what I do. So right now, I currently have a full-time job, but I'm also full-time working on my future career as well as a full-time specialist, full-service specialist. So I'm in school for that as well.
So how many years is it going to take for you to be complete? Like to complete all of it.
To complete the program that I'm in?
Yeah.
The program is a year in full, but I'm already halfway through it, so I only have 6 months more for that.
Okay.
But I want to get fully set up in that before I commit to something like that. But I mean, I think that's a mindset as well. I can be somebody's wife without being a wife, like without the legal shit of being married.
So you don't. So. Yo, man, this is crazy. So, if you're in a relationship with a man, right? Do you want to have kids?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have children?
I do want kids in the future, yes.
How many children do you want?
I think 3 is a good number.
So you want 3 kids. So you're willing to pay for daycare for all 3 kids?
I'm not all by myself, but it'd be a mutual thing, yeah. There'd be his kids too.
But why not? Why don't you want to be a stay-at-home wife? Why don't you just stay at home, take care of the 3 kids, and your man goes out and makes all the money? Would you be cool with that?
I would not.
Why is that?
Because like I don't want to be stay at home. I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I was a preschool teacher for years, but why would I sit back and let my man do all the work when I went to school to have my own business and shit like that for me to be able to provide as well?
Because men, they don't care. They don't really. Well, yeah, they don't care about your business. They don't care about what you're doing. They don't care about your money.
Care.
I know you do, but a man primarily doesn't care. He cares if you're a feminine woman, if you're friendly, and you're going to bring value to his life. So if you're not going to do any of those things, men are looking at it like, yo, just enjoy your money. Enjoy the dating apps. Primarily.
No, I won't like that though. I'm not like that though.
Not like what?
I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like that. I believe it should be 50-50 in a relationship. I don't believe that, that's like an old person mindset to believe like the woman belongs in the kitchen and the man's gonna be the.
I never even said anything about a kitchen. I never said nothing about a kitchen. I said stay-at-home wife.
I know you didn't, but that's how that is. Stay-at-home mom does all the cooking, does the cleaning, takes care of the kids.
No, that's not what it is. And being, do you know women back then traditionally they loved being stay-at-home mom? They were more happier being stay-at-home moms and being stay-at-home wives, homemakers.
Mm-hmm.
They enjoyed it. Why do you watch this? Now watch this. Why do you think people want to work remotely? Because they want to stay at home with their children, correct?
I mean, some do, yeah. I mean, I work remotely. That's what I'm doing right now.
That's what I'm saying. So, if you're a man's wife and you're a stay-at-home wife, primarily you're going to be more happy because you're at home.
I am at home, but I'm not being in anything. I'm not adding anything to the relationship.
No, you are adding. Being a homemaker is an added value.
I can be a homemaker and still work.
Man, it's your life. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Primarily, what kind of guys do you date?
Primarily what?
Primarily, what kind of guys do you date?
What kind of guys do I like?
Date, like and date.
Like and date.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have a type. As long as you just show me that you are valuable to me, like you're an asset to me, like you got a job, you got a car, shit like that, like you hold yourself accountable, then I'm good.
No, but I'm talking about it like his appearance. Like, do you date black men? Do you date white men? Do you date average men? Everybody has a preference. Everybody has a preference in a type. So do you date white men? So you will date a guy that's missing teeth, his skin isn't clear, he has a big nose. You'll date that kind of guy? Basically a troll.
Basically a troll.
Yeah.
If the billings are there, yeah. I'm heavy on emotional value though. Like if the billings are there, yeah. I mean, we can fix it.
No. He's gonna stay. His appearance is gonna stay the same. He's not gonna be fixing it down the road. That's who he is. Why should he have to fix his appearance? Shouldn't you already like him for him?
I mean, if I love him, I'm gonna love him regardless.
So your last relationship was your ex. What was he? Like, was he black, white? Like, what was he?
He was black.
So you support interracial relationships? Yeah, you support that?
I believe you should go and love whoever you want to love. Yeah.
Okay. So you support interracial relationships. So how did that work out? Because I mean, you're not with him today.
I'm not, but it was mutual.
Man, relationships primarily don't break down if it's mutual.
It's mutual.
So you guys both decided on the same time, on the same day, hey, it's over. Really?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. This is why I was stuttering, because I'm like, yo, man, something's not making sense.
No, it was essentially mutual.
Yeah, man. Yeah. One of the Primo said they want everything in duality, so they have an easy ode. The constant state of strong and independent oppressed is set up so the female always wins. Exactly. So, man, would you actually talk against the women that talk shit about men? Are you going to talk against them? Because everything that you're saying is cool, but are you going to talk against the women that talk shit about men?
It depends on which men I'm talking to. I'm just joking. It depends on the situation, yeah. I would stand up for what I believe in, yeah.
So if there is a woman that started, because you like black men, if there is a woman that was saying racial slurs to a black man, would you talk against that woman that does that?
I mean, I would. It depends on her skin color as well, because you can't really say nothing to somebody. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if it was a black girl saying something to a black lady, I can't really say nothing about that.
No, let's say a white girl. Let's say a white girl saying something to a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say anything to her? Your sister?
My sister, yeah.
You would actually say something to her. What's that?
I would speak up about it, yeah.
Okay, so have you ever used that word in a relationship?
I have not.
Okay. Because I mean, I'm gonna ask you, do you think that's why do you think women that are in interracial relationships, a white woman dating a black man, do you think they use that word?
I can't speak for everybody. I don't, but I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be people who say it and people who don't, but I don't.
All right. Do you know who Courtney Clinton? I think it's Clinton. Do you know who that is? Courtney Clinton. She was an OnlyFans woman.
I do not.
Yeah, she killed her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was black. She killed him.
Oh my God.
She stabbed him to death. And in their relationship, she would call him the N-word. She literally would call him the N-word. She was the aggressor. So this is why I'm having this conversation with you. You did good. But most of the time, women on like that I come on and have conversations with, they can't have a conversation. What you did, they can't do it. They can't do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if they just don't like the way I'm asking the questions, but they say they're the most educated group of women on the planet.
That is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That really happened now? The OnlyFans girl?
Yeah. Go look it up. I'm streaming on Instagram right now, but go look it up. I posted it on my Instagram. Courtney Clinton. She used to go by the name of Courtney Taylor. She was an OnlyFans girl, right? Doing, doing OnlyFans shit, like porn and that type of thing, right? With her boyfriend. Yeah. She did make money. From what I understand, she did make money. She made like almost $1.5 million. Like, she made money. And then when she got caught for stabbing her boyfriend, she transferred all the money to her father. But the police are reporting that in the relationship, like when she would get upset with him, she would call him she would literally call him the N-word. She would literally use race. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. It's not acceptable in any kind of way.
Now I've been on this app, right? I do this live, having conversations with women, and you'll have some women that use racial slurs. Yeah, you'll have them, and the app just allows it.
That's crazy. As funny as too is they literally tell you when you get on here they have moderators to protect that, but I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when people say, well, racism is over, yeah, I mean, we've moved forward, but at the same time, like, you ever hear about those stories, the Karens that are just harassing black folk? Like, yeah, I mean, it still exists.
Yeah. I'm a manager at my job, and that's one of the issues we got into as well is the Karens.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what state are you in?
Florida.
You're in Florida? Florida is a good place to be, man. I wish I was in Florida.
It is good, but it's hot. It's like 90 degrees outside right now.
That's so good. It's cold. There's snow outside. I'm in Canada, so it's
Canada?
cold. Yep. I'm up in the north.
I'll have to visit one day. I love snow. I love the cold. Well, I say that until I have to live in it, but it is hot here. It is very hot.
I like Florida, man. Florida, the way the state is ran is something that I'm interested in, because Florida, I mean, like, it's thriving in my opinion. And Governor DeSantis is a great governor, and he's running for president. And on top of that, Trump is in Florida. So you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right? And Trump announced last night that he's running for president.
But he's running again.
Yep. He's not done. Trump is not done, man. Anybody that thought that he was done, he's not done.
No, he's coming back.
He's coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yo, check my Instagram out and add me up.
Oh, Will, what is your Instagram?
Hold on, I'll put it in here. Yeah, add me up, and you know, I'll bring you on the show sometime, even though you're kind of on the show. Real shit. Oh, I'll favorite you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my IG. You know what I'm saying? I'm posting a lot of stuff on there. I'm streaming on Instagram right now, so you know. But yeah, okay. I think Florida women are cool.
Oh, thank you. Some of us are.
Yeah,
some of them are weird too. I mean, it's all over.
Yeah, it's all over. You know, what's your nationality? Like what is your?
I'm white.
That's good. You know, a lot of white girls, they like black guys. Then there's a lot of black girls that like white guys.
There is.
Serena Williams, I think Megan Good. You know those two twins? I forget the two twins.
It's Chloe. Is talking about Chloe and
Tila and Tamaya? I think it's Tila and Tamaya.
Tia and Tamara?
Tia and Tamara, yeah. Tia and Tamara. Right? They're married to white men. And then Kamala Harris, the vice president. There is somebody else, you know what I'm saying? But interracial relationships, you know, I think if it just depends what you like, right? And it just depends what you'll tolerate too.
Yeah, it's all in your preference.
Yeah, it's all your preference, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have something that you like, right? I just like feminine, friendly women that are friendly. Like women that have a good aura about them and that can actually hold a conversation. I'm all for that, man.
I'm the same exact way.
I'm
as
all
long as you
for
can
it.
talk to me, we'll be okay.
Yeah, like the conversations I'm trying to have with women or whatever, doesn't have to be about sex all the time. You know what I mean? Like I tell young men, like if she likes you and you like her, then I mean maybe you could open the door to that. But just to always constantly talk about it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's the problem these days. I told you it's hookup culture. It's all they want to do is message you to get in your pants, and that's it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, bro, I bring more than just sex to a table, bro. I don't just bring just that. And people that have this notion where, well, yo, like this is why I'm not gonna say I have a problem, but this is why when women are doing the twerking thing, I'm just like, yo, man, like, you know, you're shaking your ass for the whole world to see. Like, you're showing your body to the whole world for clicks and views and likes. And that's going to stay on the internet. That's going to stay on the internet forever.
Yeah.
You know, and some
And
lady.
we're the ones that caused that too.
What's that?
So we're the ones that caused that too. Them dances are what bring in these sexual comments and shit.
Right, and I say that it's creating a bunch of guys that, like, it's just creating guys that just don't know what to do. Like, they don't know, because guys normally right now are not really approaching women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not really approaching women, and some are afraid to approach women too.
Yeah, I would say that too. Approach them in a manner of relationship too, because a lot of them will approach you, but they won't approach you regarding a relationship. They'll approach you regarding sex, but they won't ever, like, they hide from the topic of a relationship.
Right, and that's what we need to do, man. We need to have conversations about that. Now, I think, like, I'm in Canada, right? I've approached some women, right? But I don't approach them on some, oh, let's just hook up. I approach them like, yo, I want to get to know you type of thing. You know, what's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? What's your number? And you know what I'm saying? Because I've actually gotten women's Instagrams, gotten their phone number, and they still play games. Then I can come on the app and they still play games. So the playing the game shit, it comes anywhere and anytime.
It does. I
Yes.
hate games with passion. I hate people who play games. Like, why are you playing with my feelings like that? I'm an emotional person. I love love. And these boys down here, these 40 boys, play games. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to play, like, I don't like when people play with me. You know what I'm saying? People play with people's emotions. That's what the government does. The government literally plays with people's emotions.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came to the COVID stuff, they're basically were playing with people. Put a mask on, put one mask on, maybe put two masks on. Hey, you can't come in this business unless you're vaccinated. Hey, you can't make money for your family. Hey, nurses, they're mandated to get vaccinated. Oh shit, we're having a nursing crisis. It's so stupid to me.
That was crazy for no reason.
It's stupid, man.
They took away a lot of stuff from these kids that are in school because, like, I don't know about in Canada, but in Florida down here, they shut us down for the longest, and they did virtual school, and all these kids who were seniors and stuff didn't get to experience everything we experienced because the schools were shut down. So, like, they didn't get prom, they didn't get their regular graduations. It was crazy. My cousin, she received her diploma in the mail. She didn't even get to walk across the stage. So they took so much away from these kids that it's not even, it's crazy.
Yeah, because they want, like, they don't want us having families. They don't want us building with each other. That's what I understand.
They just want control.
Yes, that's right. They want control.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, okay, this has been an old thing that's been going on for a while. They know if they take the father out of the home, right?
They will fall apart.
Right, because it doesn't have the full structure there. So, well, what can we do? Well, we're going to incentivize women to not stay with their man. And that's the facts about it.
Child support.
Yep.
Yeah.
Child support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No fault divorce, all these things. So this is why
they set fathers up for failure. So, like, see, my dad, he had sole custody of me since I was 8 months old. So my mom wasn't in the picture at all. And my dad didn't get any child support. My dad made, like, I would say, like, $20 more than the food stamp limit. So he didn't get food stamps. He didn't get WIC or anything. And he was raising me by himself. But yet my mom had 2 kids older than me by herself. And she received child support from each dad. She received all the food stamps. She got WIC for the first year. I think she even got some, like, residential help, like monetary, like for money, like for housing. Yeah. I think she even got that. And then, like, my dad was just like, it's your kid, your responsibility, that's it. It's like, I feel like, especially down here in Florida, they say Florida is a women's court. So it's much easier for a mom to get things for their kid than it is for the dad to get things for the kid. And I think that's pretty messed up as well.
Yeah, it is. It's a one-sided thing, man. And it's, I mean, I'm glad that you're honest, and I'm glad that we had this conversation. It's great. It really is great, because this is why I started doing this, to have conversations with women that we could have a conversation with. But it's one-sided. So a man, right? A man, if he's conscious, he knows the risk that he's taking by getting a woman pregnant. Like, you know, if he gets you pregnant, you can decide no matter what. Hey, he made me emotional today. Fuck him. And you're old. You're old. And then now he has to kind of figure out, okay, he starts looking at himself like, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? And that causes a chain of events where mental health it just gets worse and worse. And the child suffers as well.
The child does suffer.
Yeah.
I see that about anybody. I watched my uncle, he got my aunt pregnant, and right before the baby was born, my uncle passed away in a car accident. And watching that baby, oh my God, it's so sad. Like, she would be so much happier with my uncle in the picture. But watching her grow up without a dad, there's a lot of things that struggle as well. Like, right now she's school age, so she's like, well, preschool. They're learning about, like, Father's Day. They had all the parents come to school and eat breakfast with her. Well, instead of her dad showing up, it was us who showed up because her dad passed away. So, like, she's like, where's my dad? Where's my dad? And you have to, you know, explaining to a kid that young, it's crazy. But definitely having the full family in the picture is something that I believe that should, like, I don't know, it betters the kid, in my opinion.
Yes, that's right. And that message alone, people don't want nobody to say that message. They really don't want no one to say it. They vilify people for saying it, right? They call them hate. Like, I'm called a woman hater because I'm talking to women about the issues that I see. They call you a woman hater. They try to shame you. They do all these things, and it's like, at the end of the day, fathers are necessary, mothers are necessary. I've actually had conversations with women, and they actually say they fuck men and they hate men. They actually are on the app and say they fuck men and hate men. Check out my channel and you'll see it. And I'm just like, I sit back and I'm like, my existence bothers certain people. And it's just like, yo, it's crazy. But yeah, the child does suffer, man, at the end of the day. And it's sad, man.
It's
right?
crazy.
The child suffers, and it's like, it's a never ending cycle, man. It's a never ending cycle. And it's just like, we gotta break out of this cycle, man. Because who wants to keep doing the same shit every day, and like, we're not moving forward. I realized that a long time ago. Everything to me is just like, it's stagnant. Right? Everything is stagnant.
You're not getting better, you're not getting worse, it's just at a standstill.
Everything's at a standstill. We're working for these companies, and these companies are getting rich. And then when they decide, hey, you know what, we're gonna downsize their company. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller. Hey, certified, guess what? You didn't meet your quota. We need you to step out.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
It is crazy. But that's it. Yeah, man, it's crazy. But it was a good call. That's my channel there. Check it out. Come on the show sometime. It's right there.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, man. Man, it's a good conversation, man. She was cool. Yeah. Bro, that's what it is, man. You got to have conversations with women, bro. No cussing, no swearing. Just straight up.
In finding, labeling, and medicating as many mental illnesses as they possibly can. We're at a point now where, every emotion you might experience, every fear, every anxiety, every uncomfortable feeling or thought has been turned into an illness or the symptom of an illness. The human condition itself has been medicalized. And Gen Z.
Oh, I think you might laugh.
Yo, man. That song's the shit. But yeah, man, it's just one of those things, bro. It's gonna let me back in. No, it ended. He cut the connection off. Oh, let's try again. Let's see.
All right, we moving, y'all. We moving.
Yeah, I don't know. It's her connection. But yeah, man, you know, the Idaho
He has
kids,
grown
man,
up in a
is
culture
crazy.
where every inner experience outside of the norm, however the hell the norm is defined, is considered a symptom of a mental disease. They have been conditioned to seek the solace of a medical diagnosis, and so it is no surprise that they have sought and found so many of them. Now, does that mean, just so I'm not misunderstood here, does that mean that the mental illness epidemic in young people is fake? No. It means that it's manufactured, which is certainly not the same thing as fake. I mean, there's something real happening here, but it is manufactured. Eventually, the entire generation, I mean, literally almost all of them, if these trends continue, will be diagnosed mentally ill. And although many of these newfound mental patients never should have been diagnosed to begin with, they will increasingly become as mentally sick as the medical industry says they are. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why is that? Because they're not given the tools to cope with normal emotional and psychological experiences. They are made to rely on medication. They are made to feel helpless, like they simply cannot control their own minds or their own emotions, or how they respond to those emotions. And the sicker they're made to feel, the sicker they'll become. And I mean, think of all the people in saying PTSD.
I'm really considering it.
PTSD is something we normally think of people, combat veterans coming home from war and think about all the things that they've experienced and seen, and they're suffering from PTSD. Now that makes sense. You've been in a truly traumatic environment. But to have 20% of this group saying they have PTSD, these aren't for the most part combat veterans we're talking about. And yes, they've been through some difficult things. The way that we handled COVID was absolutely inexcusable, of course, but post-traumatic stress disorder? These are, many of them, people living very comfortable lives. So where does the PTSD diagnosis come from? It comes from kids and now young adults who have not been given the tools to cope with any difficult emotions at all. They just don't know how to deal with anything. And so any challenge at all becomes traumatic. And now they're now suffering from PTSD. Again, it's manufactured. There is an enormous generation-wide epidemic of Munchausen by proxy happening right now. That's basically what's happening. Speaking of which, the second point is that gender ideology is, without question, one of the primary driving forces here. This is something that conservatives often get wrong, I think, because they confuse the chicken with the egg. It's not that so many in Gen Z identify as non-binary or trans or whatever because they're mentally ill. It's rather that so many are mentally ill because they have been given these identities through peer pressure and the powers of social contagion. The adolescent girl who first begins to fall into the trans trap, she's not sick. There's no mental illness driving that. At least there doesn't have to be. But once she falls into the trap completely, that is when the mental sickness begins to form and take hold. So for a good example of this phenomenon, here's the latest TikTok innovation, one of the latest identities, fresh, one of the freshest ones, right out of the it's called Trigender.
So a couple of people might have been surprised by my transgender
I was thinking along the lines of no TV and no beer make Homer something something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do!
Male, female, and non-binary. Fluid is that I feel all three of these. Other, like gender fluid tends to be. Also, I should recognize and accept that a lot of people don't see non-binary as a third gender. They see it as something completely separate from the binary of male and female. But for me, it's like a third gender. Or I guess you could call it a third identity. So how I feel gender-wise is like a man, like a woman, and as neither at the same time. I hope this clears things up, but let me know if you have any more questions. I'm happy to answer.
I do have questions, actually, quite a lot. She said she's male, female, both, and neither at the same time. Now, that obviously makes no sense at all. I mean, it's the definition of a logical fallacy. You cannot be something and the opposite of that thing at the same time. It's like identifying as a married bachelor. It is a self-contradiction. So is the girl in the video simply crazy? Is she suffering from mental delusions? It's possible, and appearances would suggest that such is the case, but it need not be the case. What's more likely is that she's simply trying to fit in with the fad and find her own trendy twist on it. But the more that she tries to live in this nonsensical identity, the more confused she will actually become, the more detached from reality, and the more plagued by anxiety at the same time. I mean, keep in mind, as I am always saying, that the really sinister thing about gender ideology is that when someone becomes fully enthralled to it, they will have lost grip, not just on reality in general, but on the reality of themselves. And there's a lot that comes from this, and one of those things is anxiety, because anxiety is the unease that comes from uncertainty. It comes from the unknown. It's why, you don't like walking down into a dark basement at night, because you don't know what's down there, and your mind sort of fills in the gaps with all the terrifying possibilities. It's why Joe Biden's handlers become very nervous whenever he steps in front of a microphone, because they have no idea what he's going to say or whatever childhood story he's going to make up. This is all anxiety. So gender ideology is like an anxiety machine, because it makes a person's fundamental physical identity uncertain to themselves, creating a sort of unrelenting anxiety. It's no surprise then that Gen Z are reporting record levels of anxiety at precisely the time when these kinds of ideas are gaining prominence. Ideas which, in effect, turn out the intellectual lights, turning our minds into that dark, scary basement. Which brings me to my third point. I said at the beginning that it's no surprise that Gen Z voted Democrat because so many are diagnosed mentally ill, and I wasn't being facetious there, at least I wasn't being entirely facetious. There is a relationship. It does actually make a lot of sense. Because we know with Gen Z, not only does this make them susceptible to identity politics and all of that the Democrats can exploit, but also because they have all of this anxiety in their heads, in their mind.
So let me start up. I'm going to start up a fresh stream because I got to try to get this thing. But yeah, that was crazy, man.
Oh, why are you making sound effects? Are you stomach?